Let me just go ahead and call the calendar and see who we have with us this afternoon. Position 1, LaShondra Bell.
Good afternoon, Judge. That's going to be my case for the Public Defender's Office. Is Ms. Bell present in court? Ms. Bell contacted me, Judge, so I don't know why she hasn't received the notice, but if I can, just give me an opportunity to raise her.
Okay. I'll hope your announcement, Ms. Helen. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Brandon Carson.
Judge, I believe this, the state was submitting an all pros on that. You should have it.
This is up to the committee.
Okay, is this Mr. Carson with me? Position 3, Raven Charlton.
Hold on this one.
Okay, thank you. Positions 4 and 5, Trace Draper.
That's Michael Murphy here, Mr. Draper, he's here trying to say. We're speaking to the state judge. We had some evidence to show that. Hopefully we'll have a resolution today.
Okay, very good. I'll hold for your announcement. Position 6, Landon Draper.
Likewise announcement, Judge, and he is present.
And no process. Likewise to which one?
I think we're waiting to speak to the state, but it all
Yes.
has to be great.
Yes, yes, likewise, yes.
Okay, you all are representing the. I have a Chase Draper and a Landon Draper.
I have Landon, Judge.
Okay, so Chase, you have Landon. And I'm sorry, Mr. Murphy, what's your announcement on Landon Draper?
Just a pretrial.
Oh, pretrial, okay, thank you.
With the state.
Position 7, Sean D. Francois.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, Brenda Rossman. If we could approach after the following calendar.
Okay, I'll hear. Good afternoon, Ms. Watson. Positions 8, 9, and 10, Adriana Avisk. Avaskiv.
Is Adriana present on Zoom or in court? Judge, this is going to be Public Defender Haddad's case. If I have contact information in this file, I'll try to reach out. But I just ask that we hold for her to appear.
I'll hold for your announcement. Position 11, William James. Mr. James with me? Oh, good afternoon, Mr. James. And have you spoken with him, Ms. Githier? Do you have counsel, Mr. James?
Yeah, this is gonna be a plea. Communication.
Okay, I'll hold for his announcement. Thank you. Position 12, Ricardo Jones. Okay, very good. I'll hold for your announcement. Position 13, Val Kell. No, there's a conflict filed. Anyone here on that case? Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Kell. Are you still represented by Mr. Bramblett? Have you spoken with him today?
Yesterday, he said that he would be sending an email to the judge. I'm not sure if he will be.
Okay.
You sent an email on rejecting offer.
Okay. Did he also file I've got a conflict that was filed day before yesterday.
Yes, I had a notation that notice was filed, notice of conflict was filed.
Okay. I'll be with you, Mr. Kell. Just hold on for me. Thank you, sir. Position number 14, Rashard Langford.
Good afternoon, Judge. That's going to be a public defender case, specifically Mr. Haddad. Is Mr. Langford present? Judge, just hold for my announcement.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Langford. We'll be with you, sir. Thank you. 15, Michelle Lewis.
Good afternoon, Judge. Same announcement. This is going to be a public defender's office case. It's Ms. Lewis. Judge, just hold for my announcement after I speak to Ms. Lewis.
Good afternoon, Ms. Lewis. We'll be with you, ma'am. Position 16, Ariel Mansilla Villegas. Is Ms. Mansilla Villegas with me? Represented by Frank Storosto. Position 17, Corey Mays.
Your Honor, that's gonna be a meeting my client.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Ms. Rothman. Mr. Mays, are you with me on Zoom? Oh, there you
Yes.
go. We'll be with you. Thank you, Mr. Mays. Position 18, Cody McGlone.
Judge, that's going to be my case. I've entered in a substitution to this case. Is Cody present on Zoom or in court? Judge, just hold for my announcement.
Okay. We'll be with you, Mr. McGlone. Thank you. Position 19, Kelby Nelson. Kelby Nelson, represented by Jeffrey Hood. Position 20, Timothy Pittman.
Judge, that's my case. He should be on the call. We've declined the offer and we'll just go to the trial calendar.
You with me, Mr. Pittman?
Can you hear me?
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Pittman.
Good afternoon.
We'll place you on the next trial calendar, Mr. Murphy. That's June 11th.
Duly noted, Judge. Thank you. Mr. Pittman's free to go.
Yes, we'll see you back on June 11th, Mr. Pittman.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good afternoon, sir.
You too, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, Attorney Ghazi, I walked in slightly after you began the call. I'm on the James case. Called it already?
Which case?
William James.
This should be added.
Okay, good afternoon. It's gonna be a plea this afternoon?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll be,
Locked up.
okay, thank you. We'll be with you. Position 21, Sadiq Shahid.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Christy Gladden from Mr. Saeed. That is signed up and ready for a plea at your court, at the court's indulgence. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Ms. Gladden. '22, Kashim Smalls.
That's going to be a public defender's case, Mr. Haddad. Is Mr. Smalls present in court? Judge, just hold for my announcement.
Okay. Okay, I have two Micah Smiths. The position 23, Micah Smith was born in 1987. Anyone here on that case?
Case number on that is in 1840.
It's the last 2300. And the second Micah Smith was born on
1991.
91.
Yep, we have the 22 CR 1840C Micah Smith. We'll be entering a plea on that one today.
Okay, and Mr. Doherty?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ready to your convenience.
Thank you. We'll be with you. On position 23, is anyone here for the first Micah Smith, Michael Caprone?
I'm here, Judge. Micah Smith.
No, you're John.
Micah John Smith.
Yes, sir. Is your birth date 87? Year
Yes, sir.
87? Okay, and are you all, still represented by Mr.
Yes.
Caprone? Yes? Have you spoken with him?
He was he I did speak with him. He said he was getting it continued, but I wanted to appear, so I did not have another situation. So he was supposed to appear. I'm not sure why he did not, but
Okay,
he said
fine.
he was trying to get it moved.
Okay, I don't have any indication that we've heard from him. Do you have his number, Mr. Smith? Can you call him for the court?
I can call him, but I'm using this phone right now to appear in front of you, sir.
Okay, so why don't you do this? Why don't you jump off for me, give him a call, let him know that the court's inquiring about his whereabouts. And I've made note that you're with us this afternoon, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Position 25, Simone Tatum.
That's gonna be my case, Judge. I've already entered in a substitution for Ms. Tatum. Is Ms. Tatum present in court? Judge, she was calling me right before I came in, so just give me an opportunity to raise Ms. Tatum.
Okay. Position 26, Marcus Thames.
That's gonna be a public defender case as well for Mr. Haddad. Is Mr. Thames, just give me an opportunity to give an announcement on his case.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Thames. We'll be with you, sir. Position 27, Quavis Willis.
Your Honor,
Good
that's gonna
afternoon,
be
Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what was the announcement, Mr. Rothman?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Attorney Lee Reed's gonna handle the plea offer.
Oh, okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Reed.
Good afternoon. That's going to be a plea today.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
We'll be with you. '28, Cameron Young. Represented by Janie Hawkins. Position 29, James Ozzoli.
Hi, I'm here.
Yes, good afternoon.
Judge, hi, it's Michael Lascala. We're here. This is going to be a plea this morning or afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Scala. Do we have the paperwork completed on that?
You should.
Okay, very good. We'll be with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone join me late or did not hear their name? Okay. What's your last name? Yeah, yes.
We're still waiting on this.
We'll be with you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I also have on the show cause calendar Raphael Gentry. Mr. Gentry. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Gentry. Okay. All right, thank you. We'll be with you, Mr. Gentry. Thank you. I also have Altonia Tremble.
Judge, that's gonna be a case for the public defender's office for Mr. Haddad. Is Ms. Trimble present? Is Ms. Trimble present on the Zoom call? Judge, just give me an opportunity to raise Ms. Trimble. I'll try to see if I can find information on Odyssey. I don't have a physical file.
Okay, I'll give you to the end of the calendar. Also, I have a null process, anyone here on position 3 on the show cause, Frank Walker. Okay, yes, ma'am, what's your name?
Coggins, Coggins.
I don't seem to have you on the afternoon calendar, Ms. Coggins.
There another courtroom?
There are many other courtrooms, so we'll see, we'll see where you are supposed to be, Ms. Coggins. Well, I'll have someone get with you, okay? Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Nelson?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Mr. Hood? And what's the announcement? Okay. Right. Anyone else who joined me late or did not hear their name? Mr. Doherty? Okay, if you all want to go ahead and do your pre-trials as I do the pleas and, speak with counsel, court will be in recess.
I just have one announcement, Judge. Position 24, Ms. Tatum just walked through the door. I just wanted to give the court notice that she is here.
Which position?
That'll be position 24, Ms. Tatum.
Okay. 24 on my calendar is.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's Simone Tatum. She's right before Marcus Thames and right after.
Okay, she's position 25. I'm sorry. Okay. And Mr. Smith is on Zoom?
Yes, I'm here, Judge.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Smith. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms.
Thank you.
Cassidakis?
And we do stipulate.
Let's say part one, it's gonna be 12 months probation, served 24 hours, credit for time served 24 hours, balance probated, a $300 fine, 40 hours community service, a risk reduction program, a drug and alcohol evaluation, one victim impact panel, license forfeiture. Probation can become non-reporting upon completion of terms. As far as count 2, failure to obey traffic signs, that's gonna get no problem.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would just add, Mr. Smith has already completed all of his DUI minimum requirements. He's actually gone over completing almost 45 hours of community service. So we would ask that he go on non-reporting once all of his requirements are completed. Additionally, we request an affidavit of first conviction from the court, as this is his first DUI.
Any objection to any of that, Ms. Cassidakis? Okay. Mr. Smith, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 001840C, you wish to plead guilty to DUI less safe. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct, Judge.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, Judge.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Judge.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
I understand, Judge.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Judge.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Smith. When you complete the terms, I appreciate that you've gone ahead and done many of the things that will be necessary for you to get this behind you. As such, when you complete the remainder of the terms, the probation will go to a non-reporting status, which means that you won't have to pay those fees and won't be on active reporting status, okay?
Yes, Judge.
We will give you that affidavit. And is he gonna turn his license in?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm not sure how that would work via Zoom. Does he bring it down to a sheriff's station, DDS?
He's gonna have to bring it down to the clerk's office,
Okay.
and we can fill out the paperwork for that today. Mr. Smith, when can you get down to the courthouse to turn in your license?
I can as soon as possible.
Okay, does that mean today, tomorrow?
That can be today, Judge.
Okay. So we'll expect you this afternoon at some point in time. And if you can just go to the clerk's office, we'll also need to give you where you need to report to probation. I ask that you report within the next 2 weeks or so, okay?
Okay, yes, Judge.
All right, anything
Oh,
further?
wait, but will I be waiting on the affidavit of first conviction, or will he be picking that up when he surrenders his license? Okay,
All right,
all right, with that being my only matter, may I be excused, Your Honor?
have a good afternoon.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Sadiq Shaheed,
Good afternoon again, Your Honor. Mr.
Yes.
Shahid is here, I know. Can you make sure you turn on your camera? Your Honor, I believe there was one more plea. Maybe you could take Mr. Lascala's
Okay.
plea. And wait, it says I'm on the Zoom, but it's not open. I guess is there anyone left in the waiting room? And the,
he may need to log out and log back in possibly.
okay, if the court maybe could do Mr. Lascala's plea, and then I will come back and have him try to get him on. Thank you.
Okay, you're fine, Ms. Gladden. James Orzoli,
Yes, sir.
yes, good afternoon again, Ms. Orzoli. If you'll raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Gassidakis,
Yes, Your Honor. Does the defense stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and ID?
Stipulated all that.
Okay. The state's recommendation, Your Honor, is for count 1, DUI under age of 21, 12 months probation, serve 1 day, credit for time served 1 day, balance probated, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, risk reduction program, drug and alcohol evaluation, 1 victim impact panel, license forfeiture. Count 2, DUI less safe will merge with count 1. And count 3, no lights is going to be a null pros. Probation can become non-reporting upon completion of terms.
Mr. Lascala.
Judge, this is negotiated. You may remember this case. We had a motion on it and the court issued an order, and I've explained all the rights to the client, including the right to a jury trial, and she wishes to accept responsibility, go with the negotiated plea.
Mr. Orzoli, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 007364F, you wish to plead guilty to DUI under age 21. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Orzoli. Let's see, upon completion of the terms, I'll also have your probation go to a non-reporting status, which means the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on active reporting to probation and you won't have to pay those fees, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
And as far as the surrender of the license, when can we get that accomplished?
So I actually live in South Florida now. Is there any way that I could mail it?
How do you want to have that done, counsel?
Whatever the court, she can cut it up right in front of Your Honor, then we just do a lost license affidavit, and then that would surrender it effectively.
Why don't we have her mail it to you and you get it to the court for me, okay?
Sure, I can turn it in, no problem.
All right, I think that might work better for us. Anything further?
No, Judge, I would be asking for an affidavit. We have reciprocity with Florida. I've done this before. As long as the court grants her the ability, she'd be able to drive down to Florida.
Okay, any objection from the state?
No objection, Judge.
Okay, and I take it that she's gonna be reporting by phone?
That's what I'm asking for, Judge. Yeah, either phone or email. And she has completed some of the conditions, but not all of them. I quite frankly anticipated the trial on this, so we'll get it done as quickly as we can.
Okay, very good. Anything?
With the affidavit, when is she gonna come in person?
I tell you what I'll do, if it's okay, when I get the physical hard copy, I'll just exchange it for the affidavit. Is that all right?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
All right, anything further for Mr. Zoli this afternoon?
Not on behalf of the defense, Judge.
Okay, we'll get, Mr. Zoli, we'll get you where you need to, call in to, probation. I ask that you do that within the next 2 weeks or so, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do
All
we have
right.
that information, Your Honor?
Did you hear that?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yes, we're gonna email it to you.
Okay, that'd be great. Thanks a million.
All right, have a good afternoon.
Bye-bye.
And Your Honor, my client says that he still has that screen that's white with the blue symbols and stuff on it and the different assignments, and it just says that they'll let the people in the room know and just to wait. That's what
There's nobody
he's
in the
been
waiting
sitting
room.
there for quite a while.
Sorry to interrupt you. There's nobody in the waiting room.
There isn't?
Mm-mm.
Well, that's what,
So either he's got a wrong link or
well, I sent him the link if the judge would excuse me for a few minutes and let me get that straightened out, and I will
Okay.
make an announcement, Your Honor, when. the
Okay,
court
you're
comes
fine.
back.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Let's see, the next that I have in line is, William James.
Your Honor, we're ready to proceed with sentence. We're ready to proceed.
Okay.
Is it yours?
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. James. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Who's presenting?
That's mine, Your Honor. For the cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, the state's offer is to take 1 parenting class. As to count 2, the battery family violence, it is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, balance probated to family violence intervention program, to have no further violent contact with the victim, Shadonna Greer. And the simple battery family violence is actually going to merge. And does the defense stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
No, what was the question?
Does the defense stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
We do. Yes.
All right, anything further, counsel?
Your Honor, we just ask that you accept the negotiated agreement. Mr. James is maintained steady employment. This is severely out of character for him. He's 37 years old, high school education, situation with the mother of his child. They got into a disagreement. It got a little too heated. He's learned from it. It happened back in 2020. Of course, he's going to have to do what is required to do as a result of the plea agreement. So we just ask that you accept the agreement. He was actually arrested on his job as a truck driver twice for this, and had to go through all of that, being arrested and going to jail. So he's certainly learned his lesson.
Mr. James, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 001732C, you wish to plead guilty to battery, family violence, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
Oh, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. I'll also have your probation go to a non-reporting status when you complete the term. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation, and the sooner you won't have to pay the fees, okay? I will give you where you need to report this afternoon. I ask that you report within the first 2 weeks or so, okay? All right, anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good
Thank you.
afternoon.
Yeah, you too.
And we'll get him where he needs to go before he leaves.
Will do.
Cuevas Willis. Is that gonna be Miss Reed?
Yes, good
Okay,
afternoon.
good afternoon. And Mr. Willis, if you will unmute for me, please.
All right.
Yes, good afternoon. Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can place your hand down.
Yes, Judge, does a defense stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and ID?
Yes, we stipulate.
The state's recommendation, Judge, for count one, DUI per se, is 12 months probation, served 24 hours, credit for time served 24 hours, balance probated, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, a risk reduction program, a drug and alcohol evaluation, one victim impact panel, license forfeiture. Count two, DUI, less safe, will merge with count one. Count three is a null pros. Probation can become non-reporting upon completion of terms, Your Honor.
Ms. Reed?
Yes, Judge, this is Mr. Willis's first arrest. He's 31 years old. He lives in Thomaston, and we just asked if he can report by phone. I think that's about 2.5 hours away. And he has planned to go to the clerk's office tomorrow to turn in his license and get the affidavit.
Okay. Mr. Willis, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 006246Y, you wish to plead guilty to DUI per se, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Ms. Reed, I have no problems with him reporting to probation by phone. I ask that he just will give him where he needs to report this afternoon. I ask that he reports within the next 2 weeks or so. Once he completes the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. And he will, tell me again, he'll surrender his license
Tomorrow.
tomorrow, okay, and we will provide you with the other documents at that time, if that's okay with you.
Okay, and how does he connect with probation office?
We will email him where he needs to contact.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, any other questions?
No, that concludes my business. May we be excused?
Anything, we have everything we need, Ms. Bolton?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, you have a good afternoon, Ms. Reed. You also, Mr. Willis. Good luck to you, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Honor.
Yes.
Mr. Jones, he lives in a different state. Is he allowed to report by phone?
That's fine with me. Yeah. Ms. Gladden, were we able to get Mr. Shahid?
He is supposed to be on, Judge. He said that he was in, so.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Shahid. Can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear, do you swear from the testimony you're about to give
Oh,
before this
okay.
court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Judge, does the defense stipulate to a factual basis, venue and ID?
So stipulated.
The state's recommendation for simple battery family violence is 12 months probation, serve 3 days, credit for time served 3 days, balance probated, a NEF VIP course, parenting course, and no further violent contact with Dida and Shakar Sahid.
Yes, Ms. Gladden.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just asked you to accept the state's recommendation. I know this is an unusual request on a misdemeanor, but we are requesting first offender. I have explained the advantages and disadvantages to Mr. Saeed. I've also explained that it's very unusual to use it on a misdemeanor case. However, he is vice president of technology management at the company where he works. He's the primary provider for his family, has been, and even though he's going through a divorce with his wife and the mother of his children, he still needs to be able to keep that job. And as long as this case has been out there, he wants to make sure that after this is over with, that he can have it off his record, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine with me. Any objection from the state?
No objection, Judge.
Okay,
And furthermore, Judge, we are also in that the court consider, I do have a motion that I can send to Your Honor, a motion for immediate restriction. Again, because he's in the field that he's in, if this job finds out about it, like I said, he's vice president with Citigroup as technology management. Judge, within a month of this happening, he had already started his family violence intervention classes. I think this happened in November of 22. By December, he would already had
November 13th.
Huh?
November 13th.
November 13th. By December, he'd already started taking his orientation, and by June, he was finished with his classes. So he's taken immediate responsibility. I think the fact that he wants to use his first offender on this case shows that he has no intentions of ever doing anything like this or ever being involved in any criminal matter again. He's 42 years old. They were married for 9 years before this incident happened. So it's obvious that he doesn't have anything like that in his record. And if the court would consider it, I have the motion and order that I can email to the case manager.
okay. Any objection from the state? I have no objection, Ms. Gladden.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
if you will send that to Ms. Bolton, I'll get it signed and filed in with the rest of the paperwork. Anything further before I take the plea?
Simple battery.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Shahid, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 006393F, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery family violence. Is that correct?
Correct, I do, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Absolutely. Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
I do, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I will accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Shahid. When you, and the court is happy that you've gone ahead and taken responsibility and that you've done the FVIP classes. As such, once you complete the rest of what you need to do, the probation will go to a non-reporting status. So you won't have to actively report or pay the probation fees, okay?
Okay.
We will get you where you need to report to probation this afternoon. I ask that you report within the next 2 weeks or so, okay?
Will do.
All right, and Ms. Gladden, as soon as I get the other paperwork from you, I will sign it and get it with the paperwork that we have on the plea. Anything further this afternoon?
That's it, Your Honor. And thank you so much, Judge.
Okay, yeah, not a
Thank you so
problem.
much, Judge.
All right, you all have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. I know that we have one additional plea, but that's all the paperwork that I have right now. So when there are additional announcements, just let me know. Ms. Rothman, I know that you want to speak with me about one of the cases. And if you all, the rest of you want to speak with the solicitors about your case and report to me. I still need the paperwork for position number 17, I believe.
Yes, we did that paperwork, back in, I think it's March. From the instant to state ORCA.
Okay, I just wanted to let you all know that I don't have it before me. And which case do you need to speak with me on, Ms. Rothman?
On the number 7.
Okay. You all want to come on up? Afternoon.
How are you doing? Good to see you. So my client
or?
He's on Zoom, Your Honor.
Mr. Mays, are you with me?
He's connecting to the audio, Your Honor. Or he hasn't yet.
Okay.
I'll text.
Can you hear me, Mr. Mays?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, there you go. And Ms. Casadakis, is Mr. Mays your case or Ms. Githie's? Okay. All right. Mr. Mays, if you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir.
Does the defense stipulate to factual basis, venue and ID?
We do.
Count one, DUI per se, it's gonna be 12 months probation, served 1 day, credit for time served 1 day, balance probated, $300 fine, 40 hours community service, risk reduction, drug and alcohol evaluation, 1 victim impact panel, license forfeiture, count 2, DUI less safe, that one's gonna merge with count 1, count 3, striking of vehicle restitution has been paid to my victims. It's gonna be a basic full is $250, and count 4 and 5, the tag and the decal are gonna be no cost. Probation plan to become non-reporting upon completion of terms.
Your Honor, my client lives in Tennille, Georgia. That's in Washington County. It's a long way away. We're asking for reporting by mail or phone in for probation. We've already turned in a lost license affidavit. He does not have a license, but we are asking for affidavit of first conviction. And if I could wait around to get that so that I can get that to him.
Okay. Do we know what that is? That's, I don't know if it's.
It's tricky, isn't it? You want to turn it off?
Okay. That seems to be better. I'm sorry, Ms. Rothman, I was a bit distracted. What did you say about the license?
So he does not have a license. We turned in a lost license affidavit. So if I could wait around for the affidavit of first conviction.
Okay. That'll be.
And then I can get that to him.
Maybe can we turn that mic off now? Just to see if it's,
This one, I don't know how this one works.
and I don't know if that's the problem.
I don't know how this one. I tried that.
Okay. Anything further?
That's it.
All right, thank you. Mr. Mays, if you'll unmute yourself there for me, please.
Okay.
Okay, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 007053F, you wish to plead guilty to DUI per se and basic rules, is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
I do understand.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I will accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Mays. You can report by phone. That's fine with the court. We'll send you where you need to report. I'll ask that you report within the next 2 weeks or so. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on active reporting to probation. Did I miss anything, counsel?
No, Your Honor, I'll just wait for the affidavit.
Okay. Good luck to you, Mr. Mays.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good afternoon.
All right, you as well.
Yes.
So that can wind up being a trial.
Okay.
Hopefully, Mr. Matt and I are up in one seat, so we'll try it as we can. We're in the last case.
Okay.
It's not gonna be June.
Okay. We'll further notice it to a future trial calendar. So we'll keep our eye on where that's going and
One day.
okay. All right, okay, so we will further notice your case to a trial calendar and we'll see you all next time. Okay? Yes, have a good afternoon. Any other announcements at this time? Okay,
Yeah, I think you're waiting for my announcement, turning on this video from Charlotte. She's been.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
okay,
About it, and then I'll report back to you.
okay, very good. Court will be in recess until someone has an announcement.
That's gonna be a jury trial.
Okay, position 19,
Nelson.
Nelson. The next available jury trial calendar will be June 11th. Okay,
Judge, did you want the offer just for the record?
okay,
It's count one DUI, the minimums. And count two, the tackle below.
anything further on Mr. Nelson this afternoon?
That's a mistake.
All right, have a good afternoon. We'll see you back in June. Okay, very good. Thank you. Mr. Kale. Given that we're an hour into the session, and I know that your attorney filed a conflict, I was trying to see if he was going to appear this afternoon. Given that he hasn't, I am going to reset your case to the next available final plea calendar, which is going to be on March 2nd, okay? Yes, you'll get notification of that calendar. Say it again?
You said March 2nd.
I'm sorry, I meant May 2nd, excuse me. I apologize, May 2nd, okay? All right, so we'll see you back in May. Thank you. Can't believe it's March already. Right.
Okay. You need something.
Oh, it should be an,
I mean, you must do something.
you want me under, yeah.
You know. I'll just, probably, I'll take off the decision making class.
Yeah, and ask me about position 3, and then take with it.
Yes.
That's Raven Charlie, Your Honor, they're independent meeting motion on this case. We actually be set down for a date. My client does now live out of state. I would ask if Your Honor should be able to attend via Zoom for that motions hearing. That'd be great, or I can file a motion to waive a presence. If the court would not.
I don't mind, Ms. Githia.
No objection.
Okay, and so you want it placed on the next available motions calendar?
That's correct.
Okay, do we still have something on the April 18th calendar, Ms.?
We can add another position, Your Honor.
Okay, does April 18th work for you, counsel?
Check my calendar.
Okay. Okay, April 18th, so
9 a.m. 1:30.
that is a 9 a.m. Okay. And we'll provide a Zoom link for your client.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you so
Okay.
much. That concludes my business.
Yes. Yes, have a good afternoon. Thank you.
April 18th. If not, do you mind figuring out another one? Okay. Can I put name folder, please? I think I. I think I might have.
Only two dogs. Okay. All right, I said, if you fill it out.
It's a different story than what I would be. Thank you so much.
Ms. Gippier. Sorry. So all his motions are filed in Odyssey, right?
Yeah, I saw a community motion. Double check. Mr.
Yeah. Yes.
You said you did file all the motions?
Back to 21, 3 years ago.
Okay.
I think it was March of 21, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going off my depleted memory.
Can you check? Mhm. Can you check, make sure, make sure they're filed, but if not, I'll email you. What number is it? Position 3.
August 27th.
Okay, that's.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you all, no problem.
Uh, pardon me if I may.
Yes.
Your Honor, Mr. Mora, I'm Michael Capron, attorney at the moment for one Micah Smith. I had filed a motion yesterday, last evening, emergency motion, to either continue or have this to appear via WebEx. And I understandably, it was a last minute thing because he had called me moments prior saying that he was under no way able to attend. And so I filed the motion and subsequently followed up with a letter just recently submitted to Ms. Cassidakis and the court as well. But I just received a phone call that from the same client that he did appear via WebEx. This is with regard to Micah Smith, 17 to Micah Smith rather.
Yeah, he's position number 23, I believe.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
He told me, called me again from an unrecognized number after the fact that he hadn't appeared via WebEx despite all his contrary indications to all indications to the contrary. He relayed to me just late last evening, before which I filed an emergency motion to continue or allowed to attend via WebEx. I just found out that he did in fact appear via WebEx.
So he's here?
Well, he is now not anymore. He told me as best I could understand that he did appear via WebEx to this session.
Okay, I mean, I saw him on the Zoom call. Is he not still on here? I still see Mr. Smith, and I think that I released the other Micah Smith. Is this not him?
Well, this is Micah J. Smith's counsel. He is not with me. I have limited means of communicating with him. stated in my motion. And I got a call from him late last night saying that he was, or late last evening, saying that he was, unable to attend in any way and asked me to do whatever I could to continue, the matter. And I said I'd do whatever possible. I filed, a motion on his behalf, which has been noted as being received. I've spoken with Miss Georgia Kasadakis, who suggested I write an email, which I have recently submitted, and following up on the aforementioned motion. There's has just been a cluster fudge of a series of miscommunications between my client and I due to his lack of economic or his economic situations. He doesn't seem to have a reliable, steady working telephone or anything resembling a steady, constant address. It's just been very difficult maintaining any sort of communication with him. Nonetheless, I do intend to do everything I can to best protect his interests. Although I do want it noted that I will be submitting to him today somehow, perhaps via the number he just contacted me on, a text or a Rule 4.3 letter, announcing my intent to withdraw just because of the seeming impossibility of uh, representing him via any reasonable means.
Okay, so, have you spoken with him today?
I spoke with him about 10 minutes ago, in which he called me after the fact saying he had just appeared.
Is this not Mr. Micah Smith, your client on Zoom here? Is that you, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir. Sorry, my phone
Uh,
isn't really. Sorry, Judge.
Is that your client, Mr. Capron?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and if you need to talk to him, I'm happy to put you into a breakout room with him since he's here.
Oh, well, okay.
Okay, and do you have everything that you need from Ms. Kasadakis?
Well, if he does intend to enter a plea today, which I don't know if he does, I certainly don't have any paperwork.
Okay, so let's take one step at a time. So if you have everything you need from Ms. Kasadakis, then I'll go ahead and put you into a breakout room with Mr. Smith so you can discuss whatever you need to discuss with him, and then you can come back and let me know where you are. How's that work?
That sounds just fine. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Mr. Smith, we're gonna place you into a breakout room with your counsel. While y'all are in there, make sure that you, if you have to, exchange whatever contact information you need to exchange while you can. So let's see, Mr. Glanville, if you'll go ahead and place Mr. Smith and Mr. Capron into a breakout room for me, please.
It's been done, Your Honor. They just have to join.
Okay, so thank you. Any other announcements? Okay, we'll be in recess.
Mr. Evan?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm ready to go in the breakout room.
With who? Ms. Castakis, who are you going to breakout room with? Or who did you want to be put in the breakout room with?
With the attorney. One second. With the attorney that's speaking with, I'm so sorry. With the attorney that's speaking with this client right now, after they get done talking, I'm probably gonna need to be in a breakout room with them. We'll let you know. Thank you.
With Mr. Capron, is what you're saying?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes, Miss Helen, whenever you're ready.
Yes, Judge. Position one, Miss Bell. She was not here at the call of the calendar, but I did contact her and she is now present on the Zoom call, Judge. I have entered in a substitution to Miss Bell's case. This is a case from Miss Rosenhoover that I've just recently taken over. I just want an opportunity to look at the discovery with Miss Bell. I honestly just need an additional final plea calendar, Your Honor.
Okay, can we do that on May 2nd?
Yes, Your Honor. And Miss Bell, can you come on the Zoom call for us? Can we see you?
Are you with me, Miss Bell? I don't see her on.
She's at the bottom, left for me. Your Honor.
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
letting me cut my camera on. I'm not sure why.
Okay, you're fine, Miss Bell. I'll see you back on May 2nd, okay? You'll get a notice from us. Do you have everything you need from her, Miss Helen?
I do, Judge. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're free to go this afternoon, Miss Bell. We'll see you back on May 2nd.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
My next announcement, Your Honor, is for, and I'm again be making all of the announcements for the Public Defender's Office, but position 9, Adriana. Did Adriana ever appear on Zoom or in court? I still haven't made contact with Adriana, Judge. We are going to ask for a reset on behalf of Mr. Haddad. Both of, or at least one is a DUI, Judge. I'd ask for that to be set to motions if possible.
Well, she's not here today. I will place her on a show cause calendar. And that will be on May 2nd.
Understood, Judge.
Okay.
My next announcement is for position 14, Mr. Langford. He appeared in person. This is going to be a case for Mr. Haddad. So what I've done on behalf of Mr. Haddad, I have given them his office number, his email, and I've given them at least their initial discovery, either the warrant or the police report, so that when they do speak to Mr. Haddad, they can hit the ground running. And so unfortunately for these cases, I can't do anything with them today. I would just ask for a show cause or a final plea, whichever the court.
So Mr. Langford was with us today?
Yes, Mr. Langford's sitting right behind me.
All right. Do you have everything you need from Mr. Langford?
I do, Judge.
May 2nd, final plea calendar. Does that work?
Understood, Judge.
Okay.
May 2nd, same time, same place.
Okay, we'll see you back on May 2nd, Mr. Langford.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good afternoon, sir.
The next case I have is position 14, Miss Lewis. Same announcement. I've given her the initial discovery. I've given her the contact information for Mr. Haddad. I'm asking for that same calendar date for Miss Lewis, Your Honor, just to give Mr. Haddad an opportunity to catch up with each of these individuals.
May 2nd, final plea calendar for Miss Lewis also.
And Miss Lewis was here in person, Your Honor.
Yes, we'll see you back on May 2nd, Miss Lewis.
Okay.
Okay, have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Judge. Now, my case is, position 8, Cody McGlone is my case. I actually spoke to Mr. McGlone, yesterday. He said he received notice. Oh, Cody is here in, court, Judge. Currently, this case, Cody agreed to do some family violence intervention classes. He hasn't completed those, but he has completed one domestic class, one anger management class. We're asking for just another court date for him to get the opportunity to complete these conditions. I also thought I had a note. Yes, that he's gonna be closing this in probation, but I had a note that the court wanted him to do those things before his court appearance today, but he just didn't have the opportunity to.
So with this, I'm not sure where the case stands. Is it a diversion case?
It's not, Judge. I think it's gonna be a plea. However, McGlone, but he hasn't entered a plea yet. I'll speak with him, Judge. Just give me an opportunity to pre-try that. I'll see if we can close that today.
Okay, I prefer if it's going to be a plea that since he's here, that we get that done if that's what the case is. We'll be with you, Mr. McGlone. And thank you, sir.
Position 22, I have next, Mr. Smalls. This is going to be a case for Mr. Haddad. I've given him all of the initial discovery. Judge, we're just asking for that next show cause calendar so that this case can be worked up before that next court date.
This is Mr. Smalls.
Mr. Smalls is standing right behind me.
Okay. I'll put him on the May 2nd final plea calendar.
Same time, please. Is Mr. Smalls excused, Your Honor?
Yes, I will see you back on May 2nd.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Smalls. And please let Mr. Haddad know that, all of his clients are here. That they've been here before through no fault of their own. I understand what's going on with your office, but they keep having to come down here and they don't have anyone that can push these cases forward. So I'm willing to put it on another final plea calendar, but next time if it's not a plea, it's going to go to the jury trial calendar. I just don't want them coming down here from time to time. And I understand what your office is going through, but you understand, Ms. Howard. Okay, next announcement.
Unfortunately, Judge, the same announcement for Ms. Tatum. I have made a substitution. I have spoken to Ms. Tatum. We are only waiting for the videos in this case. And so by the final plea, Your Honor, at least for Ms. Tatum's case, we're going to have a resolution.
Okay. And Ms. Tatum's with me? Oh, yes. Good afternoon, Ms. Tatum. I will see you back on May 2nd, and hopefully Mr. Haddad will be in touch with you by then, okay? Yes, you're free to go. Have a good afternoon.
Okay.
Right, the new after we request and there's no video.
So let's hold. I'll announce pretrial. If there's no video, I'm just gonna, give me 1 second, Ms. Tatum.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just continue to announce pretrial. I'm still working that one, position 24.
Okay.
The next case I have is position 25, Mr. Thames. Originally, this was Mr. Gaither's case, then it went to Karen Shelley, and then it's now gone to Mr. Haddad. And so I've given Mr. Thames, Mr. Haddad's information, as well as his initial discovery. We're asking for a final plea calendar for Mr. Thames. And I think after speaking with Mr. Thames, he's gonna have a resolution by that next calendar date.
Okay, May 2nd, final plea calendar. You're free to go today, Mr. Thames. You have everything you need from him, Ms. Helen?
I do, Judge.
Okay, have a good afternoon, sir. Okay. Yes. Yes. So for positions 4 and 5, Mr. Draper, we will place Mr. Draper's case also on the May 2nd final plea calendar. And you all look free to go this afternoon. We'll see you back in May.
I'm trying,
Okay.
it keep bouncing off the, wireless. Okay, I think I'm in. Fingers crossed. I promise. I'm trying to go as fast as possible.
Okay. Very good.
You said Draper is May 2nd also?
Yeah.
Yes. 4 and 5.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it, Ms. Bolton, and we'll take it for a little bit.
Well, we're gonna see if this works. We're having an email issue.
Oh, you can lift it up.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to damage county property.
So I can do it, I can take a photo of it. You can need a photo of it also.
Yeah. You can go, but I got this no problem.
And then, one on the show calls, Gentry.
Yes.
The state has referred it to diversion, so if we can place it on a compliance calendar.
Okay, why don't we put it on the June 6th status calendar? Would that work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if he completes diversion by that time and you get the paperwork in, we can excuse you.
That'd be beautiful.
Okay. All right. Yes. Have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Did you check your email? I just sent it.
Oh, you sent it?
Yes. My apologies. Like I said, it keep bouncing off the network.
Perfect, thank you.
Is that,
Yeah.
cause I tried,
That's good.
okay. And that's, you gonna send it to council? Or did he need a copy or you just needed it for your records?
He's not getting a different email, so I'm just gonna upload it on Odyssey and he's good. They're gonna-
Oh, okay, okay.
We're good, thank you.
All right, just let me know if I need to send it. Okay. Let me get 3 minutes, Your Honor, so I can try to make contact with. You too.
Which one? What did it find? Is it on Saturday? Find it? 18.
Yes, Ms. Helen.
Um, for position 18, it will not be resolved today. Position 18, Mr. McGlone has an additional case that needs to be added to the calendar so that I can get a global resolution from the state. I do have that case number if the court wants it.
Okay, no, as long as we, do you need the
Yeah,
case?
yeah.
Yes.
That case number is 24CR001058D as in dog.
Okay, so, the May 2nd final plea calendar, Ms. Helen? That long, or you need more time?
Yes,
No, you're fine.
because that offer may change substantially. And we would just need more time to work on both cases for Mr. McGlone.
June 6th?
Yes, Judge.
June 6th, final plea. Okay, do you have everything you need for Mr. McGlone?
I do, Judge.
Okay, you're free to go this afternoon, Mr.
Thank you,
McGlone.
ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
1 second.
Your Honor, just announcing to the court at your convenience, my client and I have discussed, is he, has he returned? I
Yes,
can't.
he's here.
Uh, I would like to request a continuance for this matter, and B, my client would like, with your permission, of course, to address the court directly with regard to certain factual matters which he's far more acquainted with than I.
Okay, just so you know, Mr. Smith, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have solicitors in the courtroom that are listening to everything you say and most likely making note of it. We're also live on YouTube in this matter. So if you would like to address the court with that caveat, what would you like to tell the court?
Your Honor, so it's twice. Okay. I've done the FTA twice, right? So the last time that I was released, okay, should be time served, sir. And that's all I'm asking is if I can please have time served.
Okay, well,
Again,
This matter.
Mr. Smith, that's if you, I apologize, Your Honor, Mr. Smith, that's a matter that the judge will have to take under advisement, and I'll have to most likely discuss with the solicitor, pending any arrangements between you and I as discussed. But I don't think he is, the court is in a position to, and correct me if I'm wrong, Your Honor,
no, so let me just say this to you, Mr. Smith. You've been charged in case 17 CR 002300C with driving under the influence of alcohol less safe. This charge carries a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. Whose case is this with the solicitor? Okay, I'm on Mr. Smith's case. Can somebody get there with me, please?
That's my case, Your Honor.
Okay, what is the offer in that case?
Your Honor, I need the case number.
Okay, he's number 23, 17 CR 002300C.
Yes, Your Honor. I need to go in the breakout room with you.
His client just wants the offer. But if you need to, Mr. Capron, Ms. Casadakis is requesting that she go into a breakout room with you. It's fine with the court, if it's okay with counsel.
it's okay with me if it's okay with Ms. Casadakis.
Okay, so we'll place you two into a breakout room. Mr. Smith, I'll be back with you as soon as they have an opportunity to discuss your case, okay? All right, so just hang on the line for me.
Thank you.
And you'll get that breakout notice, Mr. Capron.
Got it right here. Thank you.
Judge Morrow,
Yes.
the attorney would like to speak with his client one more time to convey the offers.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see, we'll place Mr. Smith and Mr. Capron back into a breakout room, please, Mr. Glanville.
Thank you kindly, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
It's done.
Mr. Smith frozen there.
I think you might be trying to figure out how to go into the breakout.
Sorry, I was squeezed buttons.
with that proposals I got.
And is Miss Tatum here? Oh, okay. I know, you're fine, Miss Helen. I just wanted to know if she was here in person. Afternoon, Miss Smith.
I just want to have this one wait till May 2nd.
Right, right. I understand. It seems like there's some issues.
No, my computer's been locking up all day. It's been locking up, both of them. Like my email in Odyssey, it was just, it was spinning for like 10 minutes, so I had to log off while they don't. I've shut it down 3 times. It wasn't doing like that for you yesterday? Mhm. Y'all trying, yes, I was. I was. You want to see it again or no?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I was just, cause I thought it would have been a revocation. Yeah. I don't know. It's 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 crazy. I just had to call your name. That's all.
Girl, you're using your laptop. Let's see. Ah. Oh, you got all the stuff open up on there. You got Teams, everything.
Still not working. It's fine. Just do a hard shut. Thanks.
Where's your charger?
It's down here. You don't need it. Okay. Now move it back up.
Oh, I go out.
And the computer been tripping too. The scanner. Anybody come for me?
Upset.
Your Honor, my client and I have discussed the matter, and
Okay.
he will. I believe this is his second and 5, and we will be taking the settlement offer as offered by Ms. Katsakis.
Okay. So, are we able to complete the paperwork, this afternoon?
Yes, although I don't have any on, I mean, I don't have it on hand, of course.
Okay, Ms. Kassadakis can email it to you,
Sure,
okay?
yeah.
And I think she's working on that right now, so. Now, this is a young man that's coming down to surrender his license, I think.
Thank you. Might be it.
So you're receiving data. This cord, just put it up under your foot, you gotta be careful.
I have
Just reconnect it.
Thanks. I need signature on the DDS paperwork. That's that case I told you to put to the side all the way up there.
How many times you tell the clinic?
A lot. What's the last name? She is. Hold on a second. Does he have a license? Does he have a license?
It's position 24.
Yes, second. Oh, and, you know, just make sure that's, is that his current address too? Thank you. That's all I need. Oh, yeah, if we take work and, no possible.
For Tatum?
Yes, Tatum.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, stay. You got this.
Receiving data.
I printed a lot of times. Yeah, that's position. Yes. Okay. You need me to do something?
No, I'm just trying to put this here.
Okay.
It's updating.
No. I do not turn on thing.
And we just, so you have to paperwork for Tatum, and then we just filling out his DDS form.
Attorney Michael Capron,
Yes, ma'am.
did he serve 17 days?
So,
I just want
well,
to give him credit for time served. Do you know
yes,
how
I
many
appreciate
days?
that. So he served, I believe he served a total of 50, in regard to,
This particular incident, because my computer says 17. I just want to give him the correct time served.
um, uh, from what he has told me, he served, 37 and then subsequently another 13. I'm not entirely sure. I believe the 37 was from an incident last year due to a failure to appear, which I believe was issued on behalf of the Micah C. Smith incident, for which he was picked up from Atlanta, Georgia, and we picked up from Savannah, Georgia, on a almost insignificant misdemeanor, and then but held because of the misunderstanding with regard to Micah C. Smith, and held for 37 days, something like that. That's the best of my recollection. If Mr. Smith, are you present?
For 17.
I am present.
Okay, you may want to
Can you hear me? You can't hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Smith, as I was explaining to the prosecutor, she has said that you were eligible for 14 days of time served. For actually, I was trying to correct her. I believe it said that according to you, it was actually 13 plus 37. If and now, to the best of my knowledge and belief, that 13 is in regard to whatever you have most recently spent. There's a 37 and 22 for which you were hauled from Savannah to Fulton on account of the Micah C. Smith.
correct. I did time for Michael C. Smith. Yes.
Okay, we'll just do 17 just to be sure, okay? I'll do credit for time served 17.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Painful.
And we're ready on Miss Tatum's plea whenever the court's ready.
Well, that's Ms. Cassidakis's case, and she's trying to get paperwork done, so I was giving her the opportunity to get that done. So why don't you?
We
no, no,
sent
no.
that to the court. The
Well, why don't
Okay.
you finish up and get him the paperwork so he can be working on it while I take the plea?
Miss Cassidakis, have you sent the paperwork to
I'm
my.
signing it now. I'm
She's
signing
working
it
on it
now.
now.
Okay, no. Didn't mean to rush
Just 2 seconds. I'm just signing it.
it. Take your time.
Okay, doke. Okay, it's sent. You should have gotten it. All right, Your Honor, I'm ready.
And when you get it, Mr. Capon, are you gonna need to go into a breakout room to discuss it with your client?
Per my usual protocol, I'd like to go over the conditions with him. Yes, sir.
Okay, so, as soon as you get it, we'll place you into a breakout room so you can discuss it with, your client.
Okay, I believe I have it. Okay, yes, if you could please,
Okay, Mr. Glanville, can we place, Mr. Capon and Mr. Smith back into the breakout room?
It's been done, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
And thank you for your patience, Ms. Tatum. If you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am.
As loud as you can for that.
Yes, Your Honor, does the defense stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and ID?
We do so stipulate, and we ask this court to accept the plea as negotiated.
For count 1 obstruction, it's going to be a 12-month probation, which is going to run concurrent with count 2, battery family violence. For count 2, battery family violence, it's going to be a 12-month probation, serve 3 days, credit for time served 3 days, balance probated, an FFIP course, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Jonathan HASSLER. And count 3, disorderly is going to be null crossed. Probation can terminate upon completion of terms, Your Honor.
Judge, that is our understanding of that plea agreement. We just asked this court for, to sentence this case under the First Offenders Act. And have that notated, for this case, Judge, but everything else, we've agreed to.
No objection, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Tatum, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 004413E, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence and obstruction. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Amazing. She's great. She's great. Ooh, I would give her a 12 out of 10.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Tatum. When you complete the terms of the probation, it will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation any longer, and the sooner you can get all this behind you. We'll give you where you need to report to probation this afternoon. I ask that you report within the next 2 weeks or so. Anything further, Ms. Helen?
Not from the defense, Judge.
And we will get you that affidavit also, okay?
Judge.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Okay.
That's the picture, bro. Well, you better lock the door, so. You can.
Marcus Smith.
It's just in.
Oh, I don't know. Her first, if it is no.
No, I have to wait for some.
Yeah, I want you.
$2,300.
You have a plate? You got enough parking? You good?
Correct.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
What else is a reception?
Yeah, step out front.
But we did get,
No, no,
got a
no,
lot of
outside,
food
just-
done.
just outside.
Yeah, we did. That's great.
That was my last case. Can I get prepared for tomorrow's calendar?
Of course. You don't, you don't want to stay to go over the calendar, Ms. Helen?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Miss-
I will.
Ms. Bolton, can we go over the calendar while we wait?
Yes, I just need a small update, council for Tate, for 26, we're resetting that to,
Oh, okay.
do you know,
Let's see, for 26.
Marcus, May 2nd,
Thane, yes. Mr. Thane?
Yeah, that's your final plea?
Yes.
Okay. In 7.
Okay, I just said, dang, I'm not gonna look.
What you got for 7? Have anything for 7? Okay. Well, I was just asking for 7. Okay, can everyone hear me? Okay. So we're gonna do the ORCA final plea, March 14, 2024, 1:30 PM. Position 1, reset final plea, May 2nd. Position 2 was no cross. Position 3, reset for emotions, April 18th. Position 4, reset final plea, May 2nd. Position 5, reset final plea, May 2nd. Position 6, reset status for 3/15 tomorrow. Position 7,
We're gonna further notice that to a status calendar.
okay, thank you, Your Honor. Position 7, further notice to a status calendar. Position 8, reset show cause May 2nd. Position 9, reset show cause May 2nd. Position 10, reset show cause May 2nd. Position 11 was a plea. Position 12, jury trial reset. Position 14, reset final plea May 2nd. Position 14, reset final plea May 2nd. Position 15, reset final plea May 2nd. Position 16, reset final plea May 2nd. Position 17, reset, I'm sorry, my apologies. Position 17 was a plea. Position 18, reset final plea June 6th to include 24 CR 001058D as in dog. Position 19, jury trial request. Position 20, jury trial request. Position 21 was a plea. Position 2, reset final plea May 2nd. Position 23, plea. Position 24, plea. Position 25 was a plea. Position 26, reset final plea May 2nd. Position 27 was a plea. Position 28, jury trial request. And position 9 was a plea. For the ORCA show cause calendar, position 1, reset status, diversion update. Position 2, FTA. And position 3 was no pros, August 31st, 2023.
That was scratch it, just. He said, yeah, he done definitely.
Okay. Nothing. No. I'm waiting on plea paperwork. Mr. Attorney Carson. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, position 19. That's on the one, 19 and 20.
Have a good day. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
And she know where to go, right? Miss Tatum. She did probation QR code. Okay. You have it. It might be a shark. It's a shark. Where was that right here? So it doesn't say it, then it's a shark. It's a brother.
Yes, a brother.
Oh, it's back up now. It says retrieving data. One second. Let me just close it out and bring it back. Thanks. Don't y'all have to do it? Well, it is. Does she want her final disposition now? Does she don't have to wait?
She just wanted to know if she had.
Oh, no. So, hold on one second before you leave. But like, it's not, okay, so this, I gotta redo this, but right here, we just mark it down here. And then I'll send you a copy so that way you can send it to her.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't have it yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Too many things to say.
Y'all good now?
Thanks. You have a rubber band, please? I'll do these tomorrow.
Thank you.
Sorry. No. Yeah, I shut it all the way down. Did he say he completed it already?
I got a notification.
Can you forward it to me? Somehow, maybe?
That's it.
Do you have a DocuSign email address?
Yes, Judge Moore, solicitor. My client and I have discussed the terms of the plea agreement as sent to us by Ms. Yatsakis, and we are willing to go along. And we have pled guilty, and he has signed as such. I have signed on his behalf, rather. Oh, I ought note, just on a superficial level, there's a technical error, and it says March. It says 2023. I'm sure somebody can cross that out with a pen and put 2020.
Okay, I'll do that as soon as I receive the paperwork.
I believe I've sent it.
I think we're trying to get it printed out right now, so give us a moment.
Of course.
So yeah, when you sent it, it wasn't an attachment to it.
I just forwarded you the whole email.
Are you talking to me?
No, no, no. And you still haven't received it through DocuSign?
I did receive it and delivered through DocuSign, yes, ma'am.
I'm so sorry, attorney. I was talking to the
Sorry.
litigation manager. I'm so sorry.
There, so this one right here.
Yeah, click where it says review document.
I don't have a password.
You don't have a password?
Nope.
Can you forward it to Miss Essence?
Yes, do you have a password?
My DocuSign's not up. Do you want me to go upstairs?
Technology.
And DocuSign hasn't.
On your email.
No, it did not. She forwarded this to me, but it wasn't an attachment.
Forward it.
Okay.
Okay, I just sent it a different way. Can you see if it opens?
Okay, now the attachment was up here. Thank you.
Before I just forward it to you.
Oh,
So you need a password to open a DocuSign. Hey, sorry, what's up? No. How are you?
it's coming up. This is frustrating.
Okay, I have paperwork if you're all ready to proceed. Mr. Smith, if you'll unmute yourself for me. Raise your right hand.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Does the defense stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and ID?
I do.
All right, the state's recommendation for the DUI is 12 months probation, served 17 days, credit for time served 17 days, balance probated, a $600 fine, 240 hours of community service, a risk reduction program, a drug and alcohol evaluation, and ignition interlock.
Yes, Mr. Capron?
I have explained that to my client and he is in agreement. In compliance.
Okay. Anything?
Although, no, never mind.
Anything further?
Not from me, Your Honor, other than
Okay.
to say that my client is dedicated to doing the best he can and will in fact abide by the terms of this probation.
Mr. Smith, it's my understanding that in case 17 CR 002300C, you wish to plead guilty to DUI, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
I do understand, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Smith. Let's see, when you complete all the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't have to be on that reporting probation and pay those fees. We will send you where you need to report to probation. I'll have that, I ask that you report within the next 2 weeks or so.
And Your Honor, if I may interject,
Yeah, Your Honor.
can I
Thank you.
assume that he would be allowed to
Report by phone?
Yes.
Okay, yes, that's fine. That's fine with the court. I understand that he doesn't live in the county. So that's fine with the court. Just give them a call within the next 2 weeks, Mr. Smith, okay? All right, anything
Yes.
further?
Not for me, Your Honor, other than to thank
No,
you
sir, Your
and
Honor.
Casadakis for both of y'all's patience.
Not a problem. And is he surrendering his license?
It's the second in 10 years.
Okay, all right.
My
Okay.
life is surrendered.
You all have a good afternoon.
Your Honor, if I may, could you ask for his client's middle initial?
Mr. Smith, do you have a middle name?
John.
John?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
John?
John.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Okay. Yeah, if nothing further, y'all have a good afternoon. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Well, bye-bye.
All right, I believe that completes